Okay, now we are in the flight deck of 737-800, ready to take off from Ontario, California to Victorville, California. We kept the altitude at 11,000 as we discussed. This is the knob which will turn, now you can see it is, this is how you turn this autopilot command button which will actuate after takeoff. The flap I have set at 10 for takeoff. For landing we will bring it down all the way. Landing gear is down. Engine, these are the engine speeds, N1 and exhaust gas temperature, and this is here. When we take off, when you give the full thrust, this is the vertical speed at which the plane will be climbing after takeoff. This is the altitude which is set 11,000 altitude. So it will climb up to 11,000 and stabilize. This is the flight director button which will give the vertical pitch and the lateral guidance. And this is the barometric radio altimeter. This is the barometric altimeter. This is 11,000 set. Now here the word speed we will keep 250, and right now it's showing 0 is indicated as speed, and there are different speeds which we will talk later, but this is what is indicated in the plane, and the auto throttle is controlling this IAS, indicated as speed. You can see here IAS. Okay, the brake will be set rejected RTO, that is rejected takeoff. Altitude. Now this will be now position after we take off. This is the GPS. We will move to GPS after we take off, and this is the course at Victorville, which is runway 17, which is the magnetic course of 166. All right. Now this is the brake. This is the brake. I will release the brake, and then master switch on. Then we will give the throttle, and we will be taking off the plane, rotating. It's called VR, velocity of rotation, when we reach a speed of 140 nautical miles. So we will keep watch here, 140. There are other speed V1, V2, and all. We will not discuss that here. But right now we'll watch for 140, and at that point we'll take off. How do we take off? Now, how do we lift the plane? We lift the plane by using this, input this. So this one, you can see is sky and this is earth. Actually the sky will increase, this plane will go down. Okay, and then it has a vertical pitch. This is the one. When you bring the plane down, you pitch it down. When you turn the plane, you bank left or bank left, and the radar you use using that radar. Okay, now we will go back. All those things we will discuss a little more in detail during the course of the flight when we have time. And now we will set the auto throttle, auto speed. The engine will speed up. See, the throttle is moving, the engine is moving up. Then we will rotate the plane when we reach 140. Now the speed is picking up. Everything is set. I just cross check everything. All set. Perfect. We are on the runway center line. Perfect. And so I don't have to use much radar. And after we take off, I will actuate this autopilot. 117, 120. When it is 140, I will pull the yoke. And I will maintain about 15-degree angle. You can see approximately 15 degree here. And this is climbing now 200 feet. When it is around 300, 400 and stable, I will put autopilot, and then autopilot will take over the climb. Now you can see the plane is climbing, and what we will do is we will pull the flaps back. gear up, the landing gear up. Okay. Now we will watch for the plane to turn here. For that we have to put it into GPS and VOR localizer. So the plane is turning. At this point it will take a turn to the, this is the way to the mountains. Turn everything once again. The engines are, parameters are okay, everything is okay. And the fuel, these are the fuel quantities. And the altitude is climbing 3000. It has to climb up to 11,000 before the mountains. So it will take a turn here. Now you can see it has become magenta here. This line has become magenta. That is, this will be active. The plane by turn by itself now. See, the plane is turning to the right. Plane will now take this. This you can see here. It is showing this. This indicates it is turning the right. When it is this way, it is turning left from the cockpit. Now you are climbed to 5,800 feet, climbing up to 11,000, and the plane is more or less capturing the GPS route planned. Did we set it? Okay, we set it to 108.75. This is the radio. This is the ILS which is required, which I had set it up early. Which you have seen in the chart, which I gave, previously. This radio frequency is given in the ILS chart of Victorville. We are over the mountains, already over the mountains. You can see we are set 11,000. It is only 8,800. But we are not, possibly not at the peak, so we are still some clear of the mountains. It's only about 1,000 feet clearance at the moment. Now it is almost scraped that. I should have kept it a little higher. So now it is climbed through the mountain range. You can see here it is now it is leveling off. You can see this is leveling off. Plane is leveling off. It has reached 11,000. Actually, if you do this again, I would have done it differently, because at the peak we should have reached 11,000. So I would have taken the straight leg little longer, then taken a turn to the mountains. But that's okay, so long as we did not hit the mountain. Normally a flight will never go at this low altitude. It will go, always fly at around flight levels of about 30,000, 35,000. But here in this case, because the short distance, we are only climbing to 11,000. Now already that the mountains are over, we are reaching the valley. Now we are sloping into the valley. Now we will prepare for our landing. Altitude, you have seen the map where we have seen 4,300, as the intercept at the Maltese Cross. Altitude 4,300. So we'll set the altitude 4,300. where it will intercept the glide path. So you can see this vertical needle has come down. It is showing this. This is the way the plane is moving. This is the runway Victorville. Now this is the plane. This is to go like this and come and land here. All right. So many things to know, but then it will take long time and it will be a long video. So I'm just making it quick so you have a chance to see. We can make again another one. All right. Now we start our procedure. We have to put the flap down. Slowly we have to increase and we just be full flap for landing. So what we will do, we will reduce our speed to around 210 and we will put our flap to position 10 or 15. Okay. Then we will put this brake position 2, the auto brake. For landing, is a different setting. And we will we have engines are all okay, and landing gear we have to pull down later, and airspeed will further reduce to 200 or 190 and put the flap down further. Okay, now the speed is around 217 and altitude is climbing down, and we have to reach around 44,300 at this point here, at this point we have to be at 4,300. Now the plane is taking this route, and here it will take a turn. This is the intercept. This will be the intercept, and from there it will, when it is 4,300 set here, it will intercept this glide path and automatically touch down, and the center line will be captured by the ILS. There will be two diamonds here, one diamond here, another diamond here, that we will see when we move into nav. At that time we'll move to nav and approach, actuate this approach button. All right, now we will reduce those there's some distance more. We can see the flight plan, how much more is remaining. Now this is our Ontario, this is Victorville. So we have got 32 miles again remaining. So we are on a leg around 14 miles to WP2, waypoint 2. Then we have got this main, which is 14 nautical miles. 14, 7, 10 nautical miles. 10 nautical miles from here. So at this point we will be all stable for the landing. Okay, now this is our this is the compass, same compass here, which will giving the heading. Actually whatever is the heading here, it is showing here. When you are on the runway, this one, what will be the heading? 166. At that time you look at this compass, you will see that when you are we are set is 166, so it will be 166 when we are. The flaps are brought down. This is a spoiler or the speed brake, which is actuated when we are touching down. This and we'll put the landing gear down. Actually it is little early, but it's okay. We will now you see the wheel, this has become green and the alarm has gone. So the plane is turning to this leg now. We'll see the plane turning. Turning right. Plane is turning right. Turning right. Plane is turning right to this leg. So when it is, see, this also indicates the plane is turning right. Now all this throttle, everything okay. This is stabilizer wheels, which stabilizes the plane. Again, we can discuss. Now this is the magnetic compass, which I said, is turning, which is turning to the heading. Finally, it will turn to 166 here, 166. Now I will actuate this approach and now. So you can see the diamond has come. These two diamonds have come. Now this diamond will come in the center here. This diamond will come in the center here when it is captured correctly. See that now this leg is showing. Now we'll reduce the speed further. And I will put the full flap. Already it is in full flaps. So now I will see, this is trying to intercept this final leg. When it is intercepted, this will become this will start dropping when it is intercepted at the intercept position of the glide path. You see the center line, it is seeking the center line. It is not in the center line, it is seeking. Now it will come in the middle slowly. And that's the indication we have in the cockpit. And this is 1600 feet above the runway. This is 4200 feet above sea level. But while landing, we look at this more carefully than this, because the runway elevation itself is 2800. It is in the mountains, no? Victorville is also slightly higher than the sea level, so it is 4200, 2800, I believe. You have the chart I gave you. So this one we'll watch. Now it is coming to the center line. So it is capturing the center line. Now you can see the flight plan. We have got 11 miles to the runway. So we are ready for, now it has become this magenta. The final leg has become magenta. This is captured, almost captured. 1620, 1600, 1500 is the altitude. Above the runway. This is above mean sea level. Now this is no more relevant at the moment. I will be concentrating on this. At around 200 feet, I will cut off the autopilot, then allow the plane to touch down. See, it has already captured the center line beautifully. Now I will reduce the speed to the landing speed, which is 140, 142, let us say. So I have set everything here. Once again, I will scan landing gear down, altitude, this one, nav and approach, and everything is set. This is 166, pause. Engines are all okay, maps okay, brake is okay. Now these are all okay. This is also, everything is okay. Now I will wait for this diamond to come here. I'll watch it carefully. If it doesn't come, I will manually take the control, and it's coming down. So it is coming down and it will capture this. Now we will move to the cockpit view. Nothing. Now again I repeat, around 200 feet, because actually two people are flying the plane. One, the first officer will read out, maybe captain will fly. So the readout has to be done by a different individual. But here we are trying to do everything. So here what we will do at 200 feet, I will cut off the autopilot. Then I will cut off the auto throttle just before touchdown or at the touchdown. Now let us go to the cockpit view and see from there what's happening. The runway is ahead. Now we will see we are 5 nautical miles from the runway. You see the two lights here, red and white. When it is red and white, that means you are okay in the right, in the 3-degree angle, and this also almost showing the center line. If it is both red, that means you are too low. If you are both white, we are too high. So we are now both are red. One is red partially and partially white. So that means we are on the correct glide angle. That is a 3-degree angle which we discussed, the chart. Now we will make sure by the time here it becomes 200, I'll cut off the autopilot, and then I will let me keep this high. Okay, we didn't do one thing which we should have done anyway. Now see the red light and the white light. Now it is 72. I will cut off the autopilot. I will cut off the auto throttle and put the brake. It was wearing out a little bit, so I just steadied it. There will be some wind out. I steadied it using the radar. Okay, that's the flight. Now, if you want to see how it came down, the flaps are out, totally out, and landing gear is down. So the flaps are out. Now it is heading to the runway. Runway is in the center. It is so you can see here 260 feet above, 240, 220 above. The runway is almost the runway height is 2,800. So it will be somewhere here 2,800. See the diamond is in the center line. This is the vertical. See it will have to land on this rear wheel. I gave a little fly.